Hello everyone. So this little gem has to do with giving and receiving advice. This can be a touchy subject. So let me start by saying I have actually experienced this. So I am speaking from personal experience. I am a certified coach, health coach, life coach, relationship coach. So I definitely have a lot of experience in this arena. I have people in my life who are not as experienced in this arena, who would like to give advice when it's not asked for about my relationships or things that are going on that they, again, have no idea the truth. So let me start by saying something. You will have friends that are your friends that are very good people. They're good people, they're good friends. And these people have no real experience. They're not trained, they're not certified, they haven't done the work, they haven't done the research on things. And some of these friends might really have your best interest at heart, but they might be giving you bad advice. So watch who you're getting your advice from. The other side of that is you will have friends in your life who are also jealous or who don't like the fact that your attention is being taken up by another person, whoever that person may be, a significant other, a guy you're dating, a family member, another friend, and they can create rifts when really the rifts don't need to be there. Again, sometimes you don't know someone's real intentions. You have to believe that your friends are your friends and they want the best for you, but that's not always the case. Also, you just don't know. And because you can't always trust their advice for multiple reasons. Again, like I said, they're just a person off the street, not to you, but to like a qualified professional. They don't have any qualifications to actually give you advice. I've seen multiple times where women will give another woman advice when the woman's only giving her side of the story, of course. And, oh, you better run. He sounds like a dog. Oh, you better dump him, da-da-da-da. And it's like you really don't know what's going on the other side. You don't know the big picture. You don't know the whole story. You only know your friend's side. And your friend might be speaking out of anger. Your friend might be speaking out of hurt. And it maybe isn't as big of a deal. But it's once you start planting that seed of doubt or that seed of, where you should leave him. He's terrible. Well, we don't know that he's terrible. We haven't seen the full picture. We don't know. So you really have to, if you talk to a friend, they have to be objective. They have to be someone who's not willing to step into your relationship. Because I guarantee you, people who are willing to step into your relationship, it doesn't matter whose side they take. People who are willing to step into your relationship are not the kinds of people you should listen to. Again, they might have good intentions. They might not. We don't really know. And on the other side of that, if you're a person that's giving someone advice and you're not qualified, please stop. Just be an objective ear. Just listen. The only person that we can change is ourselves. So if you want to give someone advice, give your friend advice about what they could be doing. Oh, this happened? Did you talk to that person? Did you maybe tell them how you felt? Did you stand up for yourself? Did you create a boundary? But speak to that person and what they can do to make things better, not walking away from a relationship. And please note, this is not for extreme circumstances. If you or someone you know is being abused, physically abused, being hit or whatever, and actually abused in other ways, emotionally, mentally, financially. Again, sometimes those things are objective, so you have to make sure it's actually happening. Or if they're in a relationship with someone who is an addict, and they're a drug addict, or they're a gambling addict, they're addicted to alcohol, whatever it is, those are the types of things that you can say, like, hey, maybe evaluate. But if you tell someone to leave, if you say, oh gosh, you should get out of that situation now, and they leave, and then it doesn't turn out for the best for them, you could be blamed. Like, well, you told me to leave him, and then a week later he did this and his life's back on track, and now has this amazing life or whatever. So you don't ever want to be that person either. But I do find that a lot of people, too many people, are giving advice in arenas that they have no right to give advice to. So watch who you tell your personal business to, and if they do start to give you advice, my advice to you would be, actually, I just needed to talk this out. I prefer if I got my advice from a professional. Or, actually I just needed to talk this out. I'll make a decision, my own decision, when I'm ready, but I just wanted someone to talk to. Do you think you can just listen? Or something along those lines. Again, find something that will work for you so you can create a boundary for yourself and not have people step in your relationship. Do not bring outsiders into your relationship. And if it's someone who cannot be objective, if it's someone who cannot say, well, what can you do better? How can you focus on what you're doing? Or can you speak to this person? Or, because we all have flaws. We all do. Even if you're in a relationship with someone who's terrible and it was just like bad relationship, they were controlling and they were this, still learn from that, because I guarantee there's something that you could have done. You could have created a boundary that could have made things better for you. Learn, because again, we cannot control someone else, but we can control ourselves. So in every situation, if we find a way, like, okay, in that situation, yeah, I realized that other person was the problem, but where can you change? What can you learn from those relationships? Good, bad, or indifferent? Because I guarantee there's something you can learn from those. And again, please don't bring outsiders into your relationship. Don't talk to people who don't know what they're talking about into your relationship. Tell them you don't want their advice, you just want to talk. And if you are someone who is giving advice, please just stop. Bite your tongue. You can tell that person, like, hey, I have a hard time being objective. I want to jump in there, and I shouldn't. Don't jump in there, because it affects so many people. Sometimes you don't realize the advice you're giving is the wrong advice, and it affects way more people than you actually realize. It's just something to think about.